For me, lockdown has actually been a blessing. That probably sounds strange because I know so many people are struggling with it. The first thing that I appreciated was the silence. We live near a busy main road. There's a building site behind us at the moment, and we are not that far away from a small industrial estate, and we get noise from there sometimes. And it was just so lovely to actually be able to hear the birds' song again. But as the weeks have gone by, what I've really appreciated has been the opportunity just to sit back, relax, and be me. For the first time in 16 years since I retired, I've not been tied to a fairly busy diary. I've not had to worry about jobs that if I don't do them, someone else is going to have to pick up the slack. And I've just been able to relax. And I don't normally find relaxing easy. I've done quite a bit of gardening, which I enjoy but haven't had much time for recently. And I'm able to do what I want, more or less when I want. Well, within lockdown restrictions, of course. And on our daily walks, we've found lots of places that are new to us in our own neighbourhood. Just little paths and lanes that we never knew existed. So for me, it's been a blessing. But the challenge is that it is actually a blessing for me when so many others are suffering. Suffering from the loss of loved ones, suffering from the loss of their jobs or possibly the threat of losing their job, suffering from the loss of their business. And I just find it not only challenging but galling, because I'm in that age group where I have to be careful not to come in contact with the virus. So I can't do the things that I would normally want to do to help. But that's just the way life is, I suppose. So I'm trying hard to concentrate on the blessing and not too much on the challenge. Anyway, that's enough about me. Our reading today comes from Acts chapter 16, verse 6 to 15. Paul and his companions travelled throughout the region of Phrygia and Galatia, having been kept by the Holy Spirit from preaching the word in the province of Asia. When they came to the border of Mysia, they tried to enter Bithynia, but the Spirit of Jesus would not allow them to. So they passed by Mysia and went down to Troas. During the night, Paul had a vision of a man of Macedonia, standing and begging him, "Come over to Macedonia and help us." After Paul had seen the vision, we got ready at once to leave for Macedonia, concluding that God had called us to preach the gospel to them. From Troas we put out to sea and sailed straight for Samothrace, and the next day we went to Neapolis. From there we travelled to Philippi, a Roman colony and the leading city of that district of Macedonia, and we stayed there for several days. On the Sabbath we went outside the city gate to the river, where we expected to find a place of prayer. We sat down and began to speak to the women who had gathered there. One of those listening was a woman from the city of Thyatira named Lydia, a dealer in purple cloth. She was a worshipper of God. The Lord opened her heart to respond to Paul's message, and when she and the members of her household were baptized, she invited us to her home. "If you consider me a believer in the Lord," she said, "come and stay at my house." And she persuaded us.